Should I go pink? You know what? Am I missing my pink row? One moment. Oh my goodness. I'm missing the pinks from this bundle. I did that whole intro without the pinks. Ah! Hey y'all, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. And today we are going to be diving into my fourth most standout palette from 2020. I said that really weird. What's new? But this is going to be number 4 in my countdown. I am ranking and counting down my top 15 palettes from the whole year 2020. All the palettes I tried, which is somewhere around the 60 mark or a little over, I forget. I did 2 videos ranking all the palettes I ever tried, both at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. I will leave those both linked in the description box. But now I want to take all those palettes and share with you guys the top 15 that stood out the most to me this past year in 2020, and I've already shared 15 to 6 in a separate video. I will leave that link down below and up here if you'd like to go look. And now from 5 to 1, I'm counting down with a video for each of them, doing a look with them. And this is inspired by Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. She's doing it this year. She did it last year. I really like the idea of getting to share with you guys a look with my favorite, and just to be able to show you on camera why it's my favorite, why it's the best and the most standout from the past year. And I just think it's a lot of fun to be able to share a look with my favorite palette one last time before the end of the year. So I already did my number 5 palette. If you want to go see what that is, I will leave it linked up here and down in the description box. I don't want to spoil it for you, but number 5 palette has already been shared and a look done with it. And now we are diving into my number 4 palette for this year. Isn't a technical palette yet, but it is the Give Me Glow Pretty and Pastel bundle. I tried so hard not to rank this because I'm like, Katie, it's not an actual palette. This is a bunch of singles that nobody can get anymore. However, Give Me Glow is bringing this back in 2021 as a palette that they will have on their website. I couldn't be more ecstatic, and because I do know it is coming back as a palette that they will sell in a couple more months, hopefully, I'm hoping, I decided to go ahead and include it because, I mean, like I said, I tried not to include this because it is singles and it isn't available anymore, but this formula is so standout, and I'm someone who, I've tried a ton of pastel palettes when it comes to 2020. I can't remember how many, 4 or 5. I feel like I've tried a lot. And while I think pastels are nice, I have come to the conclusion that pastels just aren't for me. They're just not my vibe. But however, when it comes to pastels, the number 1 standout for all the palettes that I tried was definitely this bundle right here and soon to be palette right here from Give Me Glow, because they just killed it with the formula. Both the mattes and the shimmers, in my opinion, are so easy to work with. They're so vibrant and so fun. And I noticed that every look that I did with this, where typically when I do a pastel look, I'm always like, okay, it's fine. You know, there's not enough depth. There's not enough punch of color, but it's a pretty pastel look. However, every time I look with these, I came away really enjoying the look and really liking the punch of color, yet the soft pastel vibes that it gave. And then of course their shimmers are amazing. So I had to include it in my top 5, and I had to share it with you guys. And I put it at number 4 as the number 4 standout from 2020 out of all of the palettes that I tried, because it is just so very good, and it is the exception to the rule for me, because like I said, I'm not big on pastels. I just don't find them, I mean, they're fun, but they're definitely not something I enjoy going to a lot, and I just need more depth in it. However, this is the exception to the rule because it blew me out of the water, and every time I think back of all the looks I did, I have great memories, and hence why it made it to the top. So yeah, we're going to be doing a look, which I'm super excited because I've never gotten to share a look on camera using this bundle, so we are going to do that today. And then hopefully in 2021, in a couple more months, we will get some news on when this palette is launching. And if this isn't obvious already, I highly recommend this palette. But let's go ahead and just zoom on in and do a look. I want to do a rainbow look because that's a look that I don't think I ever did when I was testing this palette. I think I created 4 looks with this total, I believe, and I never created a rainbow palette. So let's dig into that. I just realized I forgot to prime my eyes before starting the video. I try to do that just so it's not so stark of a contrast, because my eyelids are very red compared to the rest of my face, especially with makeup on. So I apologize for that intro. Okay, so as I said, I want to do a rainbow eye look, and I'm kind of going off of and inspired by at least the crease work. I don't know if I'll do the same lid work, but I'm inspired by Morgan Turner. She just did a look with the ColourPop Fade into Hues palette, and the look is stunning. And I don't think I'll get that depth and whatnot because I forget what shadow she used, but I know the ColourPop has a lot of depth and pastels, but I want to just do the same look with pastels on my eyes. And let's go ahead and first start. Let's see, she goes from yellow to green to blue to purple. So that's what we're going to be doing with the mattes, and then I'll figure out what I want to do on the crease. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do on the crease, but we got time. I'm going to take the first yellow shade, which I guess I should tell you guys, this is Peep This. I feel like I could spend this whole video just gushing over Give Me Glow. I don't like to like gush over brands because I feel like every brand has its like faults, but you know, we all have our favorites and our preferences, so we not ignore, but like the faults that it does have, or maybe the duds that it does have, or the faults that the shadow does have, doesn't bother us or doesn't affect us in the way we do our makeup. So, you know, keep that in mind when I'm gushing about Give Me Glow. I feel like I need to remind myself of that a lot more often, because I feel like I'm always hyping it up, and maybe someone who does their makeup differently wouldn't enjoy it as much. But for me and the way I do my makeup, they're just so beautiful. Like, look how quick that was. Boom. Got really nice, bright. Maybe I'm a little washed out. I should probably bring this down a bit so you guys can really see these colors, since we are working with pastels today. And I'm trying not to go too overboard because I have 4 colors to fit in my crease, and I feel like I always just go too ham, and then I'm like, whoops, where do I put the rest of the colors? Now I'm going to go into the green, which is a different type of green than she had. I feel like this is more of I guess a mint, like a dull green, I feel like, and I kind of wish it was more of a green. Is any of this making sense? Maybe this is the perfect type of pastel green, but it just looks a little bit more of a ashy, not ashy, I don't even know how to describe it. You know me and color. But anyway, this is what we're using because this is the only green we have. There we go. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna go through a lot of brushes. We're gonna go with the blue now. Oh, did I even tell you? Which is Cloud 9. Did I tell you what the green was meant to be? I love the names. The green was meant to be, and this blue is Cloud 9. So we're gonna just put this right here. See, I always feel like I run out of room because like, where am I putting that purple? But I'll try and fit it. Oh, that blue. I remember doing a look, I think it's well, I don't know. I had a lot of favorite looks when I came to this palette. I did a look that was blue and purple. Absolutely loved it. I used the blue purple. I think this kind of whole quad down here. Absolutely beautiful. It was very, very pretty. It's in my Palette-Palooza. If you ever want to see looks I did with these palettes, at least in 2020, I know I started this, but I think I've been doing it, but I used to do just like Snapchat screenshots, so the quality wasn't that good. But I know this year I started putting like actual from my camera pictures into my Palette-Paloozas to show you guys all the looks that I create. So if you're ever curious about any palette I'm talking about, if I've done a palette, you know, if I own it and I've reviewed it, and it's in a Palette-Palooza, there's going to be a bunch of looks there, so you can always look there. But anyway, I did a blue-purple look that I absolutely loved. That blue was so easy. Now we're going to go on to the purple. And then I also did a purple-yellow look. That was really fun because it was very different, and you guys know me and different with combining the purple and the yellow. I thought it was very pretty. So I'm just going to pack this on the outer corner because I do want it to come down. Here is where we are at. I'm gonna go back with that blue. I gotta remember which brush I use for which color. I'm gonna go back with that blue and just kind of marry the two because I do want it to pop a little bit more. So nice and bright. I like that yellow in there. So here's what we are looking like at the moment. Let me go back with that green and just kind of, the green is almost undetectable because it is kind of like I said, the off green. I wouldn't have minded it being more of a bright green. Not Give Me Glow's fault. This is their color that they intended, but in wanting to get the look that Morgan Turner did, I feel like it was more of a bright green. Okay, so here's where we are at. I think I'm going to take, let me just go a touch more purple on the outer corner here. I just want to marry it a little bit better in the outer corner. Like I said, I'm going to bring the shimmers over a lot. I feel like I usually stop the shimmers halfway, but since this is a rather bright look, I think I'm going to bring it almost all the way over. And I do want glitter glue because a aspect of Give Me Glow's shimmer formula is that it needs, for me, it needs a glitter glue to hold on, because if not that it'll give fallout, because I don't really think it'll give fallout. Maybe it would. I don't remember, but it will crease all up into my my brow bone, and I don't want to mess up this blend that we got going. So I'm gonna put on some NYX glitter primer. NYX, I said that weird. Glitter primer just with my finger, and then I'll use the shimmer shadows that I'm putting on it to give myself more of a cut crease look, because you guys know me and the cut creases. I really do think I need to get rid of this. I think I said this in yesterday's video. I can't even remember, but it's not looking the best anymore. Maybe I should just toss it. Okay, shimmers. So many options. They're all so beautiful. I'm gonna keep the yellow for the inner corner. Should I just kind of follow what's going on my lid? Should I just go blue on my eyes. I don't know. Should I go orange? Orange would kind of tie the whole look together because it would kind of complete the rainbow look there. Let me see. Oh, that's so vibrant. It would definitely be different. I could do orange and then put a little bit of purple on the outer corner to kind of tie it in there. And then I can put the yellow on the inner corner. Though the blue and the green are very beautiful. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do orange. Okay, we're going to dive in. This Morphe M421 brush is the one brush from Morphe I will actually, like, honestly, very highly recommend. Not to say that any other brush that they sell is garbage, but all the other brushes that I bought from Morphe, which are well into the double digits of Morphe brushes that I've tried, but all of those fall apart rather quickly after I start washing them. But this one, actually, because it's so flat, it works really well, and I never notice it, you know, the bristles getting funky as I wash them because it's just a flat brush. So I want to say it's like $5 and you can get it on sale at Ulta. It's a really good buy. I kind of want to get a couple more because I need flat brushes. I feel like I go through them very quickly and then I'm always hunting for another one because they're all dirty. Look at that shimmer. It's so pretty. I actually might want a more of a fluffy brush to really pack this on faster because this brush is so tiny. So I'm going to clean this. Maybe I'll use it for the purple one. But let me grab a different brush. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the, what is this? E55. It's like the Sigma shader brush. This will just get the job done a lot faster. And maybe if I want to get precise, then I'll get that little brush in there. That's probably what I'll do because that brush is super nice to kind of cut the crease. Okay, my battery died, so I just kind of finished up on that side. I came out here a little bit more than I did on this side just because I wasn't paying attention and I got too excited. So hopefully the purple will go over it and just mesh it together as I'm envisioning my head. But now I'm going to take that purple, which I didn't even say. I'm so bad at telling you guys names. The orange is Push Pop, and then the purple we're going to go into now is Lavender Sky. I'm just going to put that right there. This is an old Ulta brush I got free in an order. I love it for a flat brush. I tell you, flat brushes have become my, I'm not gonna say obsession, but my recent love, I feel like, in 2020, because I used to always use kind of like that Sigma brush. I used to always use that for my shimmers, but then I discovered these flat brushes and they're just so great at like those detail work when it comes to, you know, cutting the crease or using a shimmer to cut the crease. They're just so fantastic. So I'm meshing those there. I don't even know if you can really tell the difference. I can tell there's a purple difference, but I don't know if you guys can tell. And you could probably get these even more intense looking if you wanted to like spray them, wet them, or press them on with your finger. But I don't know, I just feel like they give me what I'm looking for with a brush, so I don't bother. And now I'm gonna go back into the purple matte. Did I even tell you what that one was? Over the Rainbow? The names are so fun. And I'm gonna just tap that into this matte, or no, into this shimmer purple to kind of mesh the two. I feel like I went a little bit plain on my lid. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, orange all over, and that's all I wanted to do. But I don't know. It's what we did. Sorry if you wanted me to do more. What should I do on the lower lash line? Like, literally, I did not think about that until now. I was like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do? I'll bring the purple around. I want to say, I don't remember what Morgan did on her lower lash line. I'm always oblivious to lower lash lines until I have to do my makeup, and I'm like, oh yeah, what am I putting there? Ooh, I got a ton of fallout from the shimmers. Let me sweep that away. And it mostly sweeps away. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but like, wow, that's a lot. Okay, so I don't know what I want to put in my waterline yet. I'm going to just kind of hold off on that for a couple minutes. And let's go ahead and get a little brush. We'll take this one from Milani. I'm going to bring the purple down and around over the rainbow. I'm just going to bring it on the outer half right here. Okay, let's go in to, let me get this 204 brush from Sigma. Let's go ahead and take that orange, which is Kawaii Cute, I think is how you pronounce that, not sure. But we're gonna go into that and pop it right here. That orange and purple is fun. I need to do more looks with orange and purple. Oh, my inner corner watered this morning, and as soon as my inner corner waters, it just ruins my concealer. So let me just try to dust out as much as I can that concealer, and I'm going to put shimmer down there because that has become a quick fix I've discovered. I don't know where my brush went that I used the purple with, so I'm going back in, or like the detail brush, so I'm going back in with the bigger brush. I'm really careful. Just blending these more. There is where we are at. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and put on my inner corner. I'm going to take that yellow, which, let me see, So Sour is what it's called. I'm going to pick it up carefully. Other shimmers, these are so pretty, but they are very, as you guys saw from all the fallout, very flaky. But they go on pretty well when you put pressure. Let me just, I might need a more detailed brush, honestly. This is a little bit big for my inner corner. Ooh, should I use this as my face highlight too? I already put a little highlight. I forget which I used, honestly. I think I used a little bit of the Tribe and something else. Oh gosh, I do not remember the face highlight I used. Anyway, maybe I'll put a little bit of this over it. My eyes don't like this shimmer, I will say that much. Which is a big reason why I use more detail brushes, and I'm probably going to regret not taking the extra time, Katie, and just grabbing a detailed brush, because watch my eyes water now. Sensitive eye problems. This is the type of brush I usually use for my inner corner because it ensures that I can pack it on around my inner corner without it getting into my eyes, because my eyes just don't like any type of shimmer. Matte will even get it annoyed, but shimmer especially, it does not like. Okay, so here's where we're at. I'm going to do my wings and my mascara. Oh yes, I do this every time. I'm always about to sign off and I'm like, oh yes, I forgot. Let's go ahead and take just a touch of the yellow, which is So Sour. I think that'll look good. I feel like orange would be a little too orange. These are definitely pigmented, so I only use like a tiny bit. And like I kind of set it down and press, and then I'll buff it out because these are very powdery. Like so, and then now that I have it down, I will blend it out. I'm definitely not someone who often plays with like colorful highlights, but I feel like this formula, like this palette, would be really a good one to have if you wanted to just dabble in it a little bit, because you can definitely go a little colorful. Should I go pink? You know what? Am I missing my pink row? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I am. One moment. Oh my goodness. I'm missing the pinks from this bundle. I did that whole intro without the pinks. Ah! Katie. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make sure I mention this in the outro, even though you guys are seeing it now, but I want to show you guys the full palette. I can't believe I did the whole intro with 2 shadows missing. That's how much I love pinks, you guys. I didn't even notice the palette was missing pinks. I was like, oh, there's an orange up there. We're good. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we have the full palette. This is the full palette. Oh my goodness. I thought there was just 10, but there's actually 12 in this this palette, this bundle. I can't believe I just did the intro without it. I'm so annoyed at myself. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm probably blurry because I was standing up a second ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and go finish out my makeup. We'll do the outro. We'll get close-ups, all that jazz, and yeah, now you guys know what the actual bundle looks like. Alright, so we are back and I have finished out my makeup. Let's see, I did black wing liner because I'm that predictable. I use the Essence Liquid Super Precise Eyeliner if you're curious. I use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. And what else? My lipstick, I use the Butter London Sheer Wisdom Lush Lip Oil in Rich Nutmeg. And yeah, here is the completed look. I'll go ahead and stick up close-ups. Please don't judge my inner corners because yes, my eyes did water. Thankfully, I let my eyes like get over the watering before I did my black liquid liner, so I didn't have to deal with black mixed with pastels because that would have been a train wreck. But it did kind of mess up the shimmer metallic in my inner corner. But nonetheless, here is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. I really like how it turned out. I feel like, I know I say this in like every video, which is like, duh, Katie, obviously you're gonna like what you do, but you have to tell me what you think if you guys like the look. Like I said, I hadn't done a rainbow eye look with this. I kind of wish I went a little more adventurous with my shimmer on my lid instead of just doing the orange with a touch of the purple. I don't even know, maybe like I could have done the, if I had known there was a pink and blue to purple, or like blue pink, I don't know, just pink and blue on the lid with a little bit of purple on the outer corner would have been fun. Oh yeah, and also excuse this one wing out here. It got all sorts of smudge because I'm just a clumsy person this morning. But anyway, besides that, I really like how the look turned out, and I feel like they're beautiful pastels, but they're very pigmented, and that's what I like. Like if I'm gonna go pastels, I want it to be colorful. Whoa, my light on my mirror just came on. Anyway, if it's gonna be pastels, I want it to be bright and colorful and you be able to see it. I'm not that pastel person that just wants a wash of color. That's just not my vibe. So for me and my preferences when it comes to pastels, Give Me Glow, now the full collection, hit it out of the water, and I'm so very impressed. So yeah, this is the actual full collection, and I'm hoping that all of these are included in the Pretty and Pastel palette. I know a lot of people weren't able to get their hands on this palette or on this bundle when it came out earlier, and I'm so sorry for that because it's just such a nice bundle. I am so very thankful that I got it, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the final palette will look like. The packaging is always beautiful, so I'm excited to see what the outside packaging will be like. And yeah, this is my number 4 for the year. Like I said, I was surprised to see any pastel palettes make it to my top favorites, my top 15, just because, like I said, I'm not into pastels. I don't want washes of color. I want pigment, and most pastels, for the most part, give you that wash of color, and that's just not me, but this is my type of pastels. Maybe not your type of pastels, maybe it's too vibrant for you, but for me and my preferences, this is pastels that I love. So I was so very excited that I found a winner when it comes to pastel palettes, and yeah, I'm super excited to see that it landed so high in my countdown and that I could share with you guys a look that I did with the palette because I think it's so very pretty, and I love Give Me Glow's formula so much, both their matte and shimmer. So I will stop talking about that because I feel like I'm always raving about their matte and shimmers. But anyway, yeah, that is going to be the look. This is my number 4 palette for 2020. I hope you guys don't mind that it's not a technical palette yet. It is a bundle that's no longer available, but it is coming. So that's how I kind of justified it because this was just so good. I did not want to include it in my top countdown when it came to 2020. That's going to be it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you want to, like I said, you know, in yesterday's video, if you want to guess what you guys think number 3 palette is, let me know that down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up on your way out, as it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. And if you wanted to continue getting daily content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon in tomorrow's video for the palette that made it to the top 3 spot from 2020. And I cannot wait to share it with you guys tomorrow. So see you guys then. Bye guys.